recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment.
Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Clash of the Champions Miami Mayhem. I'm your host, Gotmark76. We have an action-packed lineup for you today as the stars of the National Wrestling Alliance prepare for the Great American Bash. That is coming live on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel on July 21st. Today's show will feature a main event of the Total Package, Lex Luger teaming with his friend Sting as they take on Horseman members and new United States Champion Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff and Nature Boy Ric Flair, the World Heavyweight Champion. The World Television title is also on the line as Terry Funk defends against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Dusty Rhodes looks for revenge against Big Van Vader for powerbombing Nikita Koloff on the concrete floor. The U.S. tag titles on the line and much, much more, plus the beginning of the NWA World Television Tag Team Title Tournament. We kick off today's show with Sid Vicious taking on Dr. Death, Steve Williams. And here he is making his way to the ring, one half of the Skyscrapers, Big Sid Vicious. He, of course, is accompanied by his manager, Theodore R. Long. Do not call him Peanut Head. And, of course, I'm sure Dan Spivey, watching at home, he is recovering from a shoulder injury. He will be back in action in just a few weeks. So Big Sid going at it one-on-one. And the fans here in Miami giving Sid Vicious a piece of their mind. Dr. Death Steve Williams, since unceremoniously being dumped from the varsity club, has found himself on quite the winning streak. A top contender to the television and U.S. title. And it's only a matter of time before he gets a match at one of those belts. And there he is, Dr. Death Steve Williams, making his way from the locker room area. And the fans rise and show their support for Dr. Death. And this ought to be a good one. The referee calls for the bell and away we go. And a collar and elbow tie up. A headlock by Dr. Death. And an armbar working the arm. Reversal by Sid. Headlock by Sid. Dr. Death throws Sid into the ropes. Up and over goes Sid. Up and over goes Sid again. Up and over goes Sid a third time. And Sid with a knee to the chest, another knee, and a third high knee lift takes Dr. Death, stuns him. Does not knock him down, but Dr. Death comes back with a clothesline. Takes Big Sid Vicious down. Sid fires back with the right hand, throws Dr. Death into the corner. Charges with a clothesline and nails it. Oh, but Dr. Death with an elbow and a clothesline takes down Big Sid. Of course, we have the NWA World Television Title Tag Team Title. Try saying that 5 times fast. The NWA World Television Tag Team Title Tournament starting tonight as the Sheepherders will take on the Rock and Roll Express. And the opening round, all those matches will be shown on TV. So they are the TV tag team titles, and the tournament matches will be shown on TV over the next several weeks to crown the first ever NWA World TV Tag Team Champions. As Big Sid Vicious going to work on Dr. Death. And a clothesline takes Dr. Death down. Sid Vicious a former U.S. Tag Team Champion with his partner Dan Spivey, and he's looking to climb the single ranks here as well. And this man has everything it takes to be a future world champion in this business. Back body drop, and Dr. Death is in trouble. Sid with a kick to the back. So both of these men, their trajectory is up, folks. Make no mistake about it, as Sid, stomping away on the chest of Dr. Death. Drags Williams to the center of the ring, off the ropes. And he drops a leg across the throat of Dr. Death, Steve Williams. And Big Sid Vicious now, with a series of right hands on the forehead of Dr. Death. Misses with that punch, and Dr. Death fights back. A chop by Sid. A chop and a punch by Dr. Death. Coming back, front face lock. Dr. Death now working the arm. And lifting Big Sid off the mat. And down goes Sid. Dr. Death back in control. And when a drop kick missed, Sid shoved him out of the way. And off the ropes and a big boot by Sid. Now Sid climbing that second turnbuckle. Be careful. And an elbow up the second turnbuckle. Sid Vicious does not climb the second turnbuckle or the top rope all that often. Goes for the cover. And a kick out at one by Dr. Death. One would imagine if Sid Vicious ever climbed that top rope as he had Sid up. Going for the choke slam, but Dr. Death blocks it. And a football tackle takes Sid down. And Teddy Long up on the apron distracting Dr. Death. But Sid's in trouble holding his knee. And Dr. Death in control. But Sid fires back. Dr. Death fires back, has him up, and the belly-to-back suplex, up and over, and Teddy Long again on the apron, distracting the referee, goes for the cover, one, and a kick out of one. Oh man, Dr. Death may have had him, but Teddy Long distracted the referee and distracted Williams, and now Dr. Death going up top. Talk about big men climbing the top rope. Dr. Death lets Sid back to his feet. He jumps, and Sid was out of the way, and a big boot to the head. Sid back in control, has Dr. Death up for a choke slam. Can he hit it this time? Up, and he does. And that may be all she wrote. Sid picks up Dr. Death. And a kick to the midsection. Here comes a powerbomb. Sid has him up and down with a splat. And Dr. Death is in trouble. Sid Vicious about to pin Dr. Death and win the opening contest here at Clash of the Champions. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. No! Dr. Death kicks out, and Sid can't believe it. Off the ropes is Sid, and drops a leg again. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and no again. Dr. Death kicks out. Don't ask me how, he's reaching down deep to kick out each time. And Sid throws Dr. Death into the ropes, and a big boot again. Off the ropes, going for a leg drop, but Dr. Death was out of the way. And Dr. Death with a shoulder block. And a clothesline takes Sid down. Not sure he caught all of them with it, but Dr. Death back in control. Now Dr. Death stomping away on Sid Vicious. And a big axe handle to the back. And picks up Sid. What's he gonna do? A guillotine over the top rope. Sid guillotined over the top. Stomping on the arm is Dr. Death. Goes for the cover. And a kick out at one by Big Sid. What a match here, back and forth, evenly contested. As Sid Vicious hit the powerbomb and another football tackle. And again, Theodore Arlong up on the apron distracting Dr. Death, allowing Sid to get back into this match. Sid back up, Dr. Death has to watch out from behind. A roll up, and Sid's on top. 1, 2, and no, Dr. Death kicks out. Oh, but Sid going for a crossbody. Dr. Death catches him into a backbreaker. And now Dr. Death stomping away, picks up Sid. That's 310 pounds, up and down into a powerbomb. Goes for the cover, but Teddy Long again distracts the referee. That's the 3rd time at least in this contest. Oh, and Sid charges with a clothesline and takes over Dr. Death. Goes for the cover, but the referee is ejecting Teddy Long from the contest. Teddy Long going back to the dressing room. And Sid is without his manager, stomping away now on Dr. Death. And an elbow to the side of the head, another elbow to the side of the head. And for good measure, a 3rd takes Dr. Death down. And Dr. Death wisely rolls to the outside, but Teddy Long has been ejected from this contest. Let's see if that helps Dr. Death at all. And if it hampers Sid Vicious' chance of winning this match. These men exchanging blows on the outside. The PS4 skips, but they're back in the ring by the count of 5. And an axe handle by Dr. Death. And stomping away now on Sid. Dr. Death has regained control. And now working the leg of Big Sid Vicious. Oh, but Sid with that big size 14. Oh, knocks. Oh, man. Williams out on his feet. Dr. Death against the ropes. And Sid has him picked up and then throws him against the ropes. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a no. Again, a kick out of 2. Dr. Death fighting for everything he can. A big chop. A chop reversed by Steve Williams. A chop by Sid gets blocked. And Dr. Death now has Sid. Picks him up. What's he gonna do? He drapes him across the top rope. Dr. Death in control. Picks up Sid. And another football tackle. Up and over goes Sid. Dr. Death stomping away. Picks up Sid. Has him. Could it be another power bomb? There it is. Another power bomb into a pinning predicament. 1, 2, and 3. And your winner, Steve Dr. Death Williams, in our opening contest here at Clash of the Champions Miami Mayhem. What a back and forth contest this was. A hard-fought victory for Steve Dr. Death Williams, moving up the ranks in the World, US, and TV title contendership. And there's a replay of the powerbomb. Dr. Death kicked out of that. And there's a football tackle that led to Dr. Death's own powerbomb, and he pins Big Sid Vicious. Fans, don't go away. We have much more Clash of the Champions after this quick timeout as the Midnight Express challenge the Steiner brothers for the U.S. Tag Team titles. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. And welcome back to Clash of the Champions Miami Mayhem. The following contest will be for the United States Tag Team Champions as the former U.S. Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express, make their way to the ring. Beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sweet Stan Lane there without their manager Jim Cornette, who is in the building, gave his team advice prior to them coming out. However, he is not joining them at ringside. Fans here, some support and some do not, the Midnight Express. But one thing you need to do is respect them. They are former World Tag Team Champions, former U.S. Tag Team Champions, and always a threat to any tag team or singles title here in the NWA. And there they are, the U.S. Tag Team Champions, Rick and Scott, the Steiner brothers. And this match will be contested in Texas Tornado rules, all 4 men in the ring at the same time. And Rick and Scott Steiner looking, of course, to getting their next shot at the World Tag Team titles held by the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors. They fell just short at Capital Combat from winning those World Tag Team titles. But that is what we're fighting for tonight, the U.S. Tag Team Championship. And the referee calls for ball, and away we go. Oh, beautiful Bobby takes down Rick Steiner. And Bob Eaton staying on top of the dog-faced gremlin, going after both Rick and Scott. And the blow-to-back suplex takes Scott up and over. Stan Lane with a backbreaker on Rick, and the Midnight Express in control in the early going of this contest. Scott Steiner fighting back, has Bob Eaton against the ropes. Sweet Stan staying on top of the floor. Oh, reversal by Rick. And Rick Steiner going for a clothesline, caught and taken down by Stan Lane, but Bob Eaton has Scott Steiner pinned 1, 2, and then no, a kick out of 2. But Eaton misses with a double axe handle off the second turnbuckle. The PS4 skipped again. Up and over goes Stan Lane. I'll do my best to call the action, and Bob Eaton roll up from behind. 1, and broken up by Rick Steiner. And Rick takes down beautiful Bobby. Stan with a chop. With Stan and Rick exchanging chops. Steiner line takes down Bob Eaton. And Scott Steiner and beautiful Bobby going at it while Stan Lane works the neck of Rick Steiner. Bobby charges Scott and missed. Scott off the ropes, has Eaton prone on the second. Oh, and down across the back of beautiful Bobby and drops the leg for good measure. Drops another leg, and Rick Steiner fighting away on Stan Lane. And Scott has beautiful Bobby up. And a gut wrench into a power bomb takes beautiful Bobby down. Stan Lane now going to work on the leg of Rick Steiner. A fast and furious contest as Bob Eaton climbs the second turnbuckle and nails an elbow to the top of the head of Scott Steiner while Stan Lane picks up Rick. And a kick to the midsection. But a beautiful drop kick by Rick Steiner fights back. Beautiful Bobby has Scott up in a suplex. Up and down goes Scott Steiner as Rick works the leg of Sweet Stan. The Midnight Express, not part of the NWA TV Tag Team Title Tournament, because this match here for the U.S. Tag Team titles was signed prior to the teams being announced. So one would think that they would be top contenders as beautiful Bobby misses with an elbow at the second turnbuckle. Scott Steiner has Bobby up, and could it be that suplex pile driver down, and beautiful Bobby in trouble. Did not go for the pinfall. Scott Steiner did not go for the cover and let Bobby Eaton back up, who meets Scott with an elbow and a clothesline, takes Scott Steiner down. Rick Steiner working the arm of Sweet Stan as beautiful Bobby nails a swinging neck breaker. Bobby's going up top. Could it be the Alabama Jam? The leg drop off the top rope. Bob leaps and misses. Scott Steiner rolls out of the way. And a tilt-a-whirl slam by Scott Steiner missed on the PS4 skip. As Scott Steiner has beautiful Bobby and an elbow. Oh, Bob Eaton's been busted open. Elbow caught the side of Bob Eaton's head and busted him open. And another suplex pile driver takes Bob Eaton down. Stan Lane going to work on Rick Steiner. And again, Scott Steiner nails that suplex powerbomb. Does not go for the pinfall. I'm not sure what's going on there. And Rick Steiner fighting back with a series of right hands. Nails Stan Lane with and a frickin' Steiner by Scott Steiner. Rick Steiner goes for the cover to the Steiner line 2 and 3. And your winners and still U.S. Tag Team Champions, Rick and Scott the Steiner brothers. Man, this action was all over the ring in this contest. But Rick Steiner put Sweet Stan away with a jumping Steiner line. And here's some highlights with Bob Eaton missing the Alabama Jam off the top rope. And here's the second of 2 suplex pile drivers by Scott Steiner, and there's a Frankensteiner, but it was Rick Steiner's power Steiner line that took down Sweet Stan Lane. And your winners and still U.S. Tag Team Champions, Rick and Scott, the Steiner brothers. Fans, don't go away. The NWA World Television titles on the line as Terry Funk defends against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert after we come back from this quick timeout. And welcome back to Clash of the Champions Miami Mayhem. The following contest is for the NWA World Television title. As the fans here in Miami rise for the arrival of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. He, of course, is being led to the ring by his manager and valet, the lovely Missy Hyatt. And Eddie Gilbert has been rising the ranks here in recent months. He is fresh off of winning the feud against Cactus Jack Manson and rising up the ranks for the World Television title. He gets his match here tonight. He's also in a tag team with Wildfire Tommy Rich. They are involved in the NWA TV Tag Team title tournament, which starts here tonight later on. And they have a first round matchup with Doom, who we found out last week are the Natural Butch Reed and the All-American Ron Simmons. So a tough first round matchup. But Eddie Gilbert in the hunt for gold here in the NWA. And in order to secure some, he'll need to get through this man. Of course, he is the new NWA World Television Champion, Terry Funk. And he is being led to the ring by his manager, Playboy Gary Hart. Now, he won this title last month in very controversial fashion, defeating Sting. Sting had his foot on the ropes. The referee did not see it and counted to 3. And the NWA Board of Directors said that the referee's decision was final, and Terry Funk left Capital Combat with that World TV title. He has been defending that title throughout the country since winning it just a few short weeks ago. But one would think the momentum that Eddie Gilbert has, that we may be in store for a title change. As the introductions are being made, and both men ready to go, the referee calls for the bell, and away we go. Collar and elbow tie up, and Gilbert with a headlock on Funk. Funk has Gilbert across the ropes, and a stalemate. Oh, and that's not a stalemate, a charging right hand. Another collar and elbow tie up. Gilbert now working the arm of Funk. A reversal by Funk, the former NWA World Champion. And a reversal by Gilbert. And Gilbert shoving away Terry Funk. Gilbert backing Funk into the corner. The referee's trying to get him to do will we get a clean break? We do. Surprising with both men involved in this match. And a jab, another jab by Funk, and a third jab. Funk going to work on the face of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, takes him down with a big left hand. And the fans here in Miami give Terry Funk a piece of their mind. Oh, and knocked to the floor as Funk takes Gilbert down. Terry Funk is the only current member of the J-Tex Corporation here in the United States, as the Great Muta and Buzz Sawyer are doing a tour of Japan. They will be back shortly, and hopefully in time for the Great American Bash on July 21st here on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel, as Funk throws Gilbert back into the ring, and Gary Hart very happy with what he's seeing. And a chop, they're trading chops. An elbow by Funk. Kick to the midsection by the Funker. A chop blocked. And a big right hand by Gilbert. Charging, swinging neckbreaker, takes Funk down. Goes for the cover. Referee counts 1, 2, and no, a kick out by Funk. And Gilbert questioning the count, a swinging neckbreaker out of nowhere caught Funk. But Funk fires back with an elbow and a jab. And quite frankly, I'm surprised we had a 2 count this early going in the contest. As Funk gets thrown into the corner and a chop by Gilbert, a chop by Funk. Oh, and a chop again by Gilbert takes Funk down. Gilbert down, excuse me. Funk charging with a knee. Now Funk's going for the cover and Gilbert makes it to the ropes. And now Funk working the arm has Gilbert in an abdominal stretch. And Gilbert fights out and hip tosses Funk to the mat. And Missy giving advice to her charge in the ring, while Gary Hart shrieks, while Terry Funk takes some shots by Gilbert, and a beautiful neckbreaker by Eddie Gilbert takes Funk down. And a reversal by Funk throws Gilbert into the corner, charges with a clothesline, and a bulldog taking Gilbert out of the corner. But Funk not going for the cover. Funk has Gilbert. Oh, here it comes. That step over toe hold. Is Gilbert going to submit? I don't see Gilbert as being one to say the words "I quit" or "I give up." But the damage done if Funk goes for the cover. Gilbert's down 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And Eddie Gilbert kicking out at 2, and Funk can't believe it. So both men with near falls in the early going of this contest. As Funk nails a splash from the second turnbuckle. Funk going up again, the second turnbuckle. Gilbert in trouble, prone on the mat. Funk leaps and another splash takes Gilbert down. Going for the cover that has to be at 1, 2, and no! Gilbert kicks out at the last second. Hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert kicking out. And Funk probably wondering what he has to do to put this man away. Throws Gilbert into the turnbuckle. And Funk charges, but takes out the referee. And a bulldog to Gilbert. Funk going for the cover, but the referee's down. The referee trying to get back up. Funk on top of Gilbert. Referee counts 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Oh, and the referee being taken out, and Funk going into the referee. Funk is a wild man. Oh, he's nailing the referee. He's going to get disqualified. Maybe he wants to get DQ'd. Funk having words with the referee, but from behind, Gilbert with a rake in the back. And the referee being very lenient with the rules here. I can't believe he didn't get disqualified as Gary Hart is having words with Gilbert. Funk from behind rolls up, has a handful of tights. Referee counts 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Oh, and this match has gotten out of control very fast. Wow, Funk nailing the referee, but Gilbert has Funk in the corner with a series of right hands. And the crowd chanting with Gilbert as he nails Funk 10 times. And down goes Funk. Gilbert goes for the cover. Will we have a new champ? 1, and a kick out at 1 by Funk. The referee being very lenient in this match, using his discretion. Funk flat out hit him. Oh, and a high knee by Gilbert takes Funk down. Goes for the cover, and Gary Hart up on the apron. Distracts the referee. We need some order in this match. What is going on here? Funk going into the referee, Gary Hart interfering. Oh, and a big uppercut. And again, Gary Hart up on the apron, and Terry Funk's been busted open. Hart having words with Gilbert again, rolling from behind. Funk again with a handful of tights and a kick out of 1. Gilbert getting chopped by Funk, another chop blocked, and a big right hand. Oh, Funk and Gilbert are going at it here. Gilbert has Funk up, going for a suplex, but blocked by Funk. A knee to the head and a running knee to the face. And Funk picks up Gilbert, going for another step over toe hold. Gilbert is close to the ropes. Can he get to the ropes? And Funk picking up Gilbert. What's he have in mind? A big elbow to the head. And another chop puts Gilbert in the corner. Oh, a throat thrust. And Funk slams Gilbert to the mat. And Funk again having words with the referee. And now he's having words with Missy. Come on. This match has gotten out of control. This is not a no DQ match, a standard TV title match. As Funk jabbing away at Gilbert. And Gilbert fighting back. Funk chopping, Gilbert coming back. This match, everything that we thought in war. And they're fighting for the TV title as Gilbert thrown into the corner. Funk charges, misses with a clothesline. Gilbert has a chance, has Funk, puts him up for a power driver and spikes him to the mat. Here's a replay. Gilbert spikes Funk with a power driver. And Gary Hart again distracting the referee. We could have had a new TV champion twice. And Gilbert setting up Funk for another power driver, but Funk with a low blow. The referee didn't see it. And Funk taking down Gilbert with another step over toe hold. What a back and forth contest this has been. Both men giving it all they have. And Gilbert now being set up for a power driver. Oh, and Funk nails him with it. And that should be it. And this great match has probably come to an end, as Terry Funk is only 3 seconds away from retaining the television title. But he doesn't go for the pinfall. He wants to punish Gilbert more. Funk has Gilbert, lining him up. And another jab. And a hip toss. And that's adding insult to injury. I mean, he had the man beat with a pile driver, did not go for the pinfall. And maybe Funk will regret that if Gilbert can make a comeback here. And a kick to the midsection, and Gilbert is doubled over. Funk has Gilbert up now for a suplex and nails, has more of a brain buster on the back of the head, and that may be it. 2, and a kick out of 2 by Gilbert. And this young man has the heart of a champion, and if he can come back, he'll have the gold of a champion as well. Funk throws him into the ropes, and a knee to the midsection flips over Gilbert. And Funk is bleeding profusely on the forehead. Drops a leg across the chest, and they may be it. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 again. How is Gilbert kicking out constantly? An elbow to the top of the head, a chop blocked by Gilbert. And a knee, another high knee, that has busted Funk open even more. The blood dripping down, and again, Gary Hart, this is the 4th or 5th time Gary Hart has interfered, distracting Gilbert. Funk, who's bleeding profusely from behind. He rolls up Gilbert, and another handful of tights. 1, 2, and now a kick out by Gilbert. And Funk staying on top with a big right hand. And a sleeper hold now. Gilbert makes it to the ropes. Gilbert, you can't put him away. But Funk with a pile driver. And Gilbert down, and that might just put him away. Funk, he has to pin Gilbert, had a pile driver. He drapes his arm over Gilbert. The referee counts 1, 2, 3. And Terry Funk, a bloodied mess, has retained the NWA World Television title here at Clash of the Champions Miami Mayhem. What a match. These two men, man, it was a brawl, it was wrestling, it was a great match all around. Gilbert came up just short, but he does not have to hang his head low. He gave Funk everything he could handle. Funk just happened to be the better man in this contest. And Gary Hart with the assist, if you ask me. He interfered several times when Gilbert had the pinfall. And the referee, again using his discretion, did not disqualify Funk when he was nailed by Funk, and thus did not disqualify Funk when Gary Hart interfered, knowing that Gilbert could not win the title on a disqualification. So the referee used a lot of his discretion in this contest. And there's your winner, Terry Funk. Fans, the Tag Team TV title tournament. Wait a second. Funk eyeing up Gilbert. Come on. Oh, he's nailing Gilbert with a championship belt. Oh, fans, the World TV title Tag Team tournament starts next as a Rock and Roll Express battle the Sheepherders, but Funk is going to work on Gilbert. Funk has Gilbert setting up for a pile driver on the floor. Oh, he nails him. Fans, will be right back into this quick timeout, but Gilbert needs his medical attention. The NWA World Television Tag Team Title Tournament starts next as the Rock and Roll Express take on the Sheepherders. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. And welcome back to Clash of the Champions as the Rock and Roll Express take on the Sheepherders in the opening round of the NWA World Television Tag Team Title Tournament, as Robert Gibson working over Butch in the ring with an armbar. The opening round contest are as follows. The Fabulous Freebirds will tangle with the Samoan SWAT team. The Midnight Express, who were not originally part of this tournament, the Skyscrapers were, but Dangerous Dan Spivey out with an injury, so the Midnight Express will be taking on the team of the Great Muta and Buzz Sawyer, Jake Tex Corporation. And rounding out the opening round, Wildfire Tommy Rich and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, who came just short tonight of winning the World TV title as Robert Gibson misses a splash off the top rope. They take on the team of Doom. And all of these matches will be shown on TV on Gotmark76 this week. They will not be part of any pay-per-view broadcast. They will be television only. As Ricky Morton was tagged in and has Butch up and a suplex down goes Butch. And either one of these teams could be favored to win the inaugural NWA World Television Tag Team Title Tournament. As Morton fires away on Butch, throws him into the ropes. And a stalemate, but Morton again has Butch up in a suplex. And down goes Butch. And Morton taking out Luke. And Morton now climbing the top rope. Turns his sights on Butch and misses with a knee drop. Oh, if he would have nailed him with that, it would have been all over, but Butch rolled out of the way. And now the Sheepherders, for the first time, can get some offense going as Butch charges in the corner with a clothesline, stomping away now and choking. He does have a 5 count to break the maneuver, and he does. And Butch now rolls over Morton, goes for the cover, referee counts 1, 2, and no, a kick out at 1. And Morton staying alive. As Butch makes the tag, and here comes Luke. The PS4 skips, and Luke with a forearm smash to Ricky Morton. Throws him hard, chest first into the top turnbuckle. And now Luke. Ooh, a reversal by Morton and a forearm to the back. And now Morton with a backslide, and Luke is down but makes it to the ropes. And Morton goes over, makes a tag, and here comes Robert Gibson. Gibson charges, takes down Luke with a clothesline. Misses an elbow drop. Luke moves out of the way and catches Gibson running with an elbow. And a knee to the back of Gibson, and Luke is in control. The Sheepherders, former UWF Tag Team Champions, and they want nothing more than to become the NWA World Television Tag Team Champions, as Robert Gibson with a beautiful neckbreaker and an elbow drop on Luke. Goes for the cover. Referee was out of position, counts 1, and the referee being out of position may have helped Luke kick out at 1. I'm not sure he would have had him either way. But Gibson wisely staying on top of Luke with big, an elbow by Luke, catches Gibson, but Gibson fires back. Luke in the corner. Gibson tags in. Here comes Morton. Throws him into the ropes. And a double clothesline takes Luke down. Tag team extraordinaire, the Rock and Roll Express, the former World Tag Team Champions. As Morton goes for a cover on Luke. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2 by Luke. Morton with a swinging neck breaker takes Luke down. Hurricane Rana takes down Luke. Morton goes for the cover. Referee in position counts. 1, 2, and a kick out of 1. In this match, the Sheepherders, and a beautiful drop kick by Morton takes down Luke. The Sheepherders have been playing mostly defense in this contest. A reversal sends Morton into his corner, but Gibson does not tag in. And now, Luke throws Morton hard into the corner, tags in, here comes Butch. Luke and Butch double teaming. Morton up and down with a back body drop. Morton must have been 10 feet in the air. And now Butch stomping away on Ricky Morton. Now working the neck of Ricky Morton. And Butch throws Morton hard up and over the top rope. And this is where the Sheepherders are dangerous. On the outside floor, they know how to take advantage of 10 full seconds. And as we saw earlier, and Butch with a slam on the steel guardrail. We saw earlier Butch choking out Robert Gibson. Again, they know how to count to 5, and they'll do all the damage they can before the referee needs to disqualify them. And the referee counts up to 6. Morton thrown back in, unceremoniously dumped, and here comes Butch, stomping away on the upper back of Ricky Morton. And Butch stomping away. I'm not sure I agree with that tactic. He had Ricky Morton where he wanted him, did not go for a pinfall. And a reversal. Morton throws Butch into the turnbuckle. And now Morton throws Butch into his turnbuckle. Tags in Gibson. Are they setting him up? Thrown into the rope. Double drop kick. Takes Butch down, and that's all she wrote. Gibson goes for the cover, but it's broken up. And Morton going after Luke on the outside. He leaps and nails a knee to Luke on the outside floor. A bulldog inside the ring. Gibson goes for the cover, and that's all she wrote. 2 and 3. And your winners, the Rock and Roll Express. And they will take on the winners of the Samoan SWAT team and the Fabulous Freebirds in the next round. And here are some highlights from earlier in the contest. I said it earlier, Sheepherders spent most of the time playing defense, not really getting many maneuvers in offensively. And the Rock and Roll Express took full advantage. Fans, your winners, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express, they advance to the next round of the NWA World Television Tag Team Title Tournament. And there's that beautiful drop kick by Ricky Morton. And here comes the double drop kick. A beautiful poetry in motion. And your winners, the Rock and Roll Express. Fans, we'll be right back as Dusty Rhodes with Nikita Koloff in his corner takes on the Mastodon, Big Van Vader. Don't go away. We'll be right back into this quick timeout. And welcome back to Clash of the Champions Miami Mayhem. The following contest, a special challenge match, as the American Dream Dusty Rhodes will take on Big Van Vader, the man who took out Dusty Rhodes. And wait a second, there's Dusty with Nikita in tow, and Dusty attacking Vader from behind. The match hasn't started yet, but the American Dream with an attack on Vader, but Vader with a headbutt takes Dusty down. So Dusty Rhodes trying to get one up on Big Van Vader, but Vader fighting his way back and making his way to the ring, but Dusty fighting back. These two men fighting in the aisleway. Oh, and Vader thrown into the guardrail, but comes back with an elbow and throws Dusty into the guardrail. We need some order here. The referee is counting, fans. We're gonna stay here. Dusty getting in the ring. I thought we were gonna head to a commercial break, but a big clothesline by Vader takes Dusty Rhodes down. And now Vader staying on top of Dusty with a big right hand. And an uppercut has Dusty reeling. And a chop. Vader is in control. This man is dominant. And when he decides to go after gold here in the NWA, I would not want to be a champion. Up and over the top rope goes Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes, a former TV, a former US, and a former multi-time world heavyweight championess. Oh, and Vader goes after Nikita and then takes down Dusty again. Man, Vader's having his way. Nikita still out with an injury. Oh, and he takes him out again. Vader clotheslining, Nikita clotheslines Dusty on the floor. This man is he's unstoppable. Back in the ring. And a kick to the midsection, double axe handle, and clothesline from behind. Takes down the American Dream. Wow, what a lack of respect by Vader, but has Dusty, and Dusty fights back with an elbow shot to the head. Dusty wants to win this for Nikita. Into the ropes goes Vader in a bionic elbow, but it barely phased Vader. Vader fighting back with a right hand and an uppercut again. Dusty with a front face lock, but a reversal again by Vader, dominating here. A kick, an axe handle, a clothesline again. And Big Van Vader showing his domination here thus far in the early going of this contest. Oh man, a body splash takes down Dusty. And Vader throwing Dusty into the turnbuckle. Vader charges and a splash in the corner, and Dusty goes down. Vader goes for the cover, that could be it, one, and a kick out of one by the Dream. And an elbow drop by Vader, and a headbutt by Vader. And Dusty Rhodes is in trouble. Vader climbing that second turnbuckle. He leaps and nails a splash. And now Vader climbing the other second turnbuckle. He leaps again and misses a splash. Dusty out of the way. It could be the opening he needed. Has Vader into the turnbuckle. Charges with a clothesline from behind. And now Dusty working the leg of Big Van Vader, and that's a wise attack. Take out the legs. And Dusty now in control for the first time really in this contest. And working the neck of Big Van Vader. It is rare that a force like that of Big Van Vader makes as big of an impact as he has here in the NWA, but Big Van Vader is undefeated. And I don't see how this man can be stopped. Even if Dusty Rhodes is to squeeze out a victory here, Big Van Vader is a brute dominating force. And an open hand slap, and you're not going to make friends with Vader that way. And now Dusty working the legs by wrapping his leg around the bottom rope like a pretzel. And Dusty was going to go for some jabs, but reversing the clothesline by Vader. And the fans, I'll tell you what, some of the fans here are being won over by the brute power. They love a power. Oh, and they're exchanging blows. But the fans here, they love a man who's tough. And Big Van Vader is as tough or the toughest I've ever seen. Dusty goes for the cover, 2 and 3, no! A kick out by Vader. And Dusty questioning the count of the official, the speed of the count of the official. And Dusty staying on top. And a back body drop by Vader takes Dusty up and over. And Big Van Vader off the ropes and drops an elbow. That is 400 pounds. And another elbow off the rope. And Big Van Vader. Oh, a third elbow to Dusty Rhodes. The chest of the dream. He goes for the cover. Referee counts 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And Dusty Rhodes fighting to stay alive. As Nikita Koloff cheers on. Dusty took this match. He wanted to avenge Nikita Koloff for the powerbomb on the concrete floor at the conclusion of the Big Van Vader Nikita Koloff match at Capital Combat. And Nikita is out with injury. He will be out for a while. Another splash in the corner. And Nikita, his superpower partner, oh man, and Vader setting up Dusty for a powerbomb. And he nails it with a thud. Goes for the cover, and that should be it. 1, 2, and no! Dusty kicks out. Dusty Rhodes kicks out of a powerbomb. Vader misses with a clothesline and a dropkick by the Dream. Could this be the opening he needs? Not many men have kicked. In fact, I think Nikita's the only one who kicked out of the powerbomb, and now Dusty has as well. And Dusty, in control, he's not sure what to do next, because everything he's doing against Vader is not working. And now Dusty's setting him up. Could it be? He was going for the bionic elbow, but blocked by Vader. And Vader has Dusty up again. And a powerbomb again. Number 2 in the contest, but Dusty makes it to the ropes. And an elbow drop off the rebound. And Dusty still in this contest. Don't ask me how. He should have been pinned twice already. But Dusty trying to fight out for his friend and tag team partner Nikita. As Vader climbs the top rope, what's he have in mind here? He leaps and a knee drop across the chest. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out again by Dusty. And Vader with a double, oh my gosh, another one, a double chop across the neck. Throws Dusty into the ropes. And a drop kick missed. Dusty shoved him aside, but Vader's still on top. Off the rebound. And a belly-to-back suplex. Up and over goes Dusty Rhodes. That's 300 plus pounds. Tossed like he weighed nothing. And Dusty now calling for his end. Picks up Dusty. And a big forearm. A kick to the midsection. Dusty in deep trouble here. Vader having his way. Picks up Dusty. Oh man, he drapes him across the top rope. And Vader now toying with the Dream. This match is all but over. Dusty's out on his feet. Vader with a short arm clothesline, and Dusty goes down. Vader has his arms, has Dusty up, and a choke slam down. And that could be it. If Vader goes for the pinfall, he does not. He picks up Dusty. Oh, and he's setting him up for the third powerbomb of the contest. Oh, and down on the mat with a thud. You can count to 10. And this match is over, and Big Van Vader is your winner. What a dominating performance by Big Van Vader. Here are some highlights from earlier in the contest. And this man, Big Van Vader, is unstoppable. And Nikita Koloff on the outside. And he's going to make his way into the ring and help his friend and partner. And he's helping Dusty back to his feet. And Nikita Koloff and Dusty Rhodes. Wait a second! Nikita with a gorilla press slam! Takes Dusty down. The fans are shocked! Nikita! Wait a second! He has Dusty! And he nails him with a sickle! A Russian sickle! Are you kidding me? Nikita Koloff turning his back on the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Fans will have much more Clash of the Champions into this quick timeout. And it is main event time here at Clash of the Champions Miami Mayhem. As Horseman members, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, the new United States Heavyweight Champion, and Nature Boy Ric Flair, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, make their way to the ring. The fans here, some of which show their support for the Horsemen. So some cheer while others boo. But Orndorff and Flair making their way to the ring. We can announce now that the Great American Bash, the Glory Days, will make its debut on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel on Monday, July 21st. And the main event signed will be Nature Boy Ric Flair defending the NWA World Heavyweight title against the Total Package Lex Luger. That match will be a no disqualification match. However, if a member of the Four Horsemen interfere, then Lex Luger will be awarded the NWA World title. So Ric Flair, really with his back in the corner, must come out of that match victorious, or he will lose the NWA World title. And here are Sting and the Total Package. And the fans rise and show their love and support to these two young men. These guys are the future of the NWA. Many people have said Sting is the future of the National Wrestling Alliance. He is doing everything he can to not be the future, but to be the now of the National Wrestling Alliance. And the man that he's partners with could not be any hotter than the Total Package Lex Luger. So these two men, they know what they want, and they are doing everything they can to get it. As Sting starts off with a side slam and takes Nature Boy Ric Flair down. And Flair with a shoulder block takes down the Stinger. So July 21st, Nature Boy Ric Flair and the Total Package Lex Luger will do battle one more time. That match will be a no disqualification match. So if anything, Flair can cheat. He can use a chair as Sting has Flair up in a suplex, showing the strength of the Stinger doing squats with a 247-pound man on his shoulders. Flair can do whatever means necessary to retain. However, if any members of the Horsemen even show up at ringside, then Flair will lose the NWA World title. That puts a lot of pressure on the Nature Boy Ric Flair as Sting follows up with an elbow in the corner. Flair shoving Sting away, and an elbow by Sting takes Flair down. Luger cheering on his partner as Sting is having his way with Flair in the early going of this contest. I spoke too soon. Flair swoops the leg and takes Sting down. And Flair makes a tag, and here comes a new U.S. champion, Mr. Wonderful, who's caught with a clothesline and sent over the top rope. That's one way to introduce himself to Sting. I don't believe Sting and Orndorff have made contact yet in here in the NWA. And the first time, Sting clotheslines him over the top rope. An elbow to the top of the head of Orndorff. Sting lunges, but Orndorff moves out of the way. Orndorff blocks that knee to the midsection, and a clothesline takes the Stinger down. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff made his debut in the NWA, but we didn't even know it was him. He was disguised as RoboCop, who was hired by the NWA to be a special enforcer to ensure that no interference took place in the match at Capital Combat between Ric Flair and Lex Luger. Well, we were all in a DDT by Sting. We were all proven wrong when Orndorff turned out to be RoboCop. He was wearing a RoboCop outfit, and he ended up pile-driving Lex Luger when the lights went out, allowing Ric Flair to get the pinfall and retain the world title. And of course, exclusive footage after Capital Combat went off the air revealed that RoboCop without the mask, Paul Orndorff, and Arn Anderson attacked Lex Luger only to be saved by Sting. So Orndorff, the newest member of the Horsemen, and last week here on Gotmark76 this week, defeated the total package for the U.S. heavyweight title. So Horsemen have the U.S. title and the World Heavyweight title. And I'm sure Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson will be going at their tag team gold in the very near future, as Orndorff working over the total package. Luger with a reversal takes Orndorff down, and an elbow drop by the total package as Sting cheers on. Luger, and over goes Orndorff. And there's that strength of the total package, but he's in the ring with another man who's strong. Gorilla press slam, and the PS4 skips as Orndorff with a beautiful maneuver, up and over goes Luger. If there's one man in this business that can match the total package muscle for muscle, it is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, as he is firing away on the package and meets him with an elbow to the side of the head. But Luger charges and takes Orndorff down. Paul Orndorff, a former world champion in another federation, has come here to the NWA and immediately wins gold, and then joins the most dominant force in professional wrestling, the Four Horsemen. So his impact here in the NWA, as he makes a tag to Flair, has been very immediate. Flair with a shoulder block takes the Stinger down. That's a Shannon drop kick. Beautifully done by the Nature Boy, but Sting. And Flair with a kick to the midsection. Another charge takes the Stinger down. Flair lining up Sting. He drops that knee across the forehead, and Sting is in trouble. Flair now setting up Sting. Could it be the figure four leg lock? He's taking Sting down, and now it's time to go to school as Ric Flair has the figure four leg lock locked in. The referee's asking if Sting wants to quit. Sting is doing everything he can to turn it over. Can he escape? Can he roll over? Sting is fighting the pain. Flair is really sinking it in. And Sting turning, and he does. He gets Flair over now, all the pressure on the leg of Ric Flair. Sting hobbles back to his feet, goes over and makes a tag. And here comes a total package. He's met with a knee by Flair, but a clothesline by Luger takes Flair down. Flair makes a tag, and here comes Orndorff. Flair did not want to be in the ring with a total package any more than he had to, and a clothesline by Orndorff. A shoulder block by Orndorff takes Luger down. And Paul Orndorff last week won the U.S. title from the total package. So maybe Mr. Wonderful has Lex Luger's number, as Luger knocks him out to the floor, and Luger goes right after Flair. So again, the legal man in the match is Paul Orndorff, but Lex Luger takes a shot and throws Flair into the stairs. He throws Orndorff into the stairs, and Lex Luger is a one-man wrecking crew. Both members of the Horsemen down thanks to the total package. He picks up Orndorff, the legal man. The referee's counting's up to 5. And the PlayStation skip and both men back in the ring. And Luger now staying on top of Orndorff. He has him up, and there it is! There it is! The torture rack! Orndorff locked in! Luger has it synced in. He's locked in. Orndorff trying to fight out of it. Trying to sway his weight where he can punch out of it. And Orndorff does. He shifts out of it and somehow punches his way out. And Luger releases the hold. Into the turnbuckle goes Luger. And now Orndorff shoving Luger down to the mat. Has a change of heart. Picks up Luger. And a backbreaker down the lower back of the total package. This is the precursor to that pile driver. And nobody in professional wrestling does a pile driver better than Paul Orndorff. And throwing now Luger into the corner. He tags in Flair. And here, now Flair wants Luger now and Luger's in trouble. And a double backdrop and up and over goes Luger. And Sting trying to help his partner, but he might be doing more damage because the referee taking the time to talk Sting out of the ring. And Flair now. He's going for a Boston Crab and has it locked in. Can Luger make it to the ropes or fight his way out? Lex Luger has that great lower body strength. Can he rally and get Flair off? And Luger pulls the leg and gets Flair down. But the damage already done. No, but Luger kicks off Flair. Can Luger make a tag? He runs over. Can he make it to Owen? He does. He makes a tag and here comes Sting. But Sting is met by Flair. And a crossbody turned over by Sting. Thrown into the turnbuckle. Sting howling to the fans. He charges and nails him with a clothesline. And down goes Flair. Sting now. And a clothesline by Sting. Another clothesline by Sting. A clothesline by Sting. Flair in trouble. Tags in Orndorff and up and over goes Orndorff. And Sting still with a Stinger Splash on Flair. He is not the legal man, but the Stinger Splash is hit on Flair. The referee is counting up to 3 and Orndorff in trouble. And another clothesline by Sting meets Orndorff when he comes in the ring. Into the ropes. Up and down goes Orndorff. The strength of the Stinger. And now Sting with a punch to the midsection, a kick to the midsection. And Sting would like nothing more than to challenge Mr. Wonderful for that U.S. heavyweight title. Sting told himself his big goal was to win singles gold this year. Well, he won the TV title, lost it in controversial fashion to Terry Funk, and now he wants more. He wants that U.S. title. He wants the world title. But he knows his friend and partner Lex Luger is well in hand, and Orndorff setting up Sting. Here it comes, the pile driver. Spikes Sting down. Nobody in the business does it better than Paul Orndorff. And Sting may be the first man eliminated from this contest. If Orndorff goes for the cover, and he does. Referee counts 1, 2, and no! Sting kicks out. Wow! What a testament to Sting by kicking out of that maneuver. Orndorff now. He doesn't know what to do. He tags in Flair. And Sting not moving, but he was able to kick out at the last second of that pile driver. Luger now coming in the ring. And he charges Flair but misses wildly. Oh, but Luger takes out Orndorff. And Flair with another knee to Sting. Luger has to be careful. He's going to get disqualified. Flair goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a breakup by Luger. At the last second, Luger broke up the pinfall. Has Flair into the ropes. Oh, but Flair reverses it. And the gun runs powerbomb or takedown. And then, a knee to the head of the Stinger. And Flair now setting up Sting. Could it be another figure 4? He takes Sting down. And Flair Locking in the figure 4 again on the Stinger. Can Sting escape this time? He does! He makes it to the ropes. Flair staying on top of Sting. But Sting fighting back with a knee, takes over Flair. Sting needs to make a tag, but Luger's not in the corner. Into the corner goes Flair. Sting charges. Takes Flair across the ring again. He charges in a Stinger splash. And Flair's down. Sting now feeling it. Has Flair. He's going for the Scorpion. And he turns over. He does. And Flair is locked in the Scorpion Deathlock. Can Flair escape? Is Flair gonna tap? Will Flair be the first eliminated from this match? Flair! Oh, and he uses his lower body strength to push off Sting. But Sting takes him down with a knee. Sting now climbing up. Could it be the top rope? It is. Does he have that elbow drop in mind? He's been using that a lot, and he nails Flair with the elbow drop. Goes for the cover. Referee counts 1. And a breakup by Orndorff. What a match! Back and forth action here. No one has been eliminated yet. As Orndorff nails a belly-to-back suplex on Sting. This match is about 15 minutes old, and nobody has been eliminated yet. And Sting now climbing back up to the top of Flair, back to his feet. Oh, and he caught Sting. Flair caught Sting. Up. And Flair now with a superplex. Up and over goes Sting. Flair back in control. Picks up the Stinger. Throws him into his corner. And a tag. Here comes Orndorff. And now Orndorff on the second turnbuckle, working the arm of the Stinger. Big uppercut by Orndorff. Sting is out on his feet. Back into the corner goes Sting. Orndorff charges with a clothesline. And Sting goes down. Sting needs to make a tag desperately. He is in deep trouble here. As Orndorff picks him up. Throws him into the neutral corner. And Orndorff now working over Sting in the corner. As Sting and a backbreaker by Orndorff. And another one for good measure takes Sting down. Orndorff could be setting up Sting for a pile driver. He does not go for it. Instead wants to incur more punishment. And Sting in the corner. Orndorff tagging in Flair. They whip Sting into the ropes. And a double back body drop, and up and over goes Sting. But Sting reverses it with a back body drop of his own. Can he make a tag? He's not making a tag. Sting setting up Flair, and here comes another Scorpion Deathlock. Flair is rolled over. Can Flair make it to the ropes? He does. Flair makes it to the ropes. Sting going over, makes the tag, and here comes Luger. Luger has Flair, picks him up in an elbow to the top of the head. Luger flexing to the Nature Boy, and a big clothesline, another clothesline. Flair misses. Oh, and Orndorff nailed Luger. Orndorff nailed Luger from behind, allowing Flair to sink on the figure 4. Oh, and Luger's in trouble. And Luger taps. Oh man, Orndorff nailed Luger from behind when he hit the ropes. And then Flair submitted Luger with the figure 4, so that was 2-on-1. Sting has Flair into the ropes. Oh, and the referee goes down. And Flair fighting away Sting. Flair has to have that momentum now going into the Great American Bash. He just made Luger's. Oh, and the referee goes down again. But Sting meets Flair with an elbow. Flair made Luger submit with the figure 4 leg lock. Flair has to have the momentum going into next month's Great American Bash. And now Sting shoved off by Flair. But Flair clotheslined over the top rope. And Sting having words with the referee. What a crazy turn of events here. Luger had all the momentum with a series of clotheslines. And Orndorff nailed Luger from his lower back. And then Flair stuck on the figure 4. And Luger had nowhere to go but to tap out. And now Sting is one man fighting alone against 2 men. Not only 2 men, but the top 2 men in the company. The U.S. Heavyweight Champion and the World Heavyweight Champion. Flair now in the corner. Sting charges and is met with an elbow by Flair. And Flair with a chop takes Sting down. Another chop takes Sting down. And Flair goes down. All these men tired. This has been at least 20 minutes or so of action. And now Sting has nobody to tag out. He is by himself. And Flair with a chop, and Sting is hurting. And Flair now working the leg of the Stinger. Could he be setting up another figure 4 leg lock? Flair has Sting up against the ropes in a slingshot. Back goes Sting. The momentum down. The Horsemen are in very, very good standings right now. And into the corner goes Sting. And here comes Orndorff, a tag. Orndorff up on the second turnbuckle, working the arm and coming down hard on the right arm of Sting, but he's trying to fight back. He has Orndorff, throws him into the turnbuckle. And a kick to the midsection. Sting staying on top of Orndorff. But Orndorff rolls out, has Sting, throws him into his corner. And now Orndorff with Sting. And a shoulder block takes Sting down. Orndorff setting up Sting. Could it be a pile driver? Oh, but Sting blocks it with an elbow. Orndorff, though, back in control, throws Sting into his corner. Tags in, here comes Flair. And a big uppercut by Flair. Sting in deep trouble. I don't see Sting escaping this. He's in there with a World Heavyweight Champion and he's wounded. Flair goes for the cover. This could be it. 1, 2, and 3. No! Sting kicks out. Sting kicks out at 2. Sting with an elbow shots Flair. Flair stunned. Inside cradle. Sting has Flair pinned. Referee counts 1, 2. Orndorff in the ring, but not in time. 3. And Sting pins a World Heavyweight Champion. Flair is down to 1-on-1. Sting charges Orndorff with a clothesline in the corner. What a match this has been. And Sting has Orndorff into the ropes, hard and heavy. Orndorff goes over the top rope, flies hard. And now Sting with a suplex on the concrete floor. And something tells me that Sting is trying to send a message to the NWA Championship Committee. I think he wants Orndorff up. And what a suplex, but blocked by Orndorff this time. He's a ring veteran. And Orndorff now battling back. Sting slides into the ring. And an elbow to the side of the head, and Orndorff, for the first time in this contest, is in trouble. Sting has Orndorff up. And again, Sting flexes. I'm not sure that's the wisest move with 20 minutes into a match. But down goes Orndorff, and that took a lot of strength out of Sting to show off here for the fans. I'm not sure I understand that tactic. As Sting throws Orndorff into the turnbuckle. And now Sting throws Orndorff again into the turnbuckle. And a knee takes Orndorff up and over. Sting climbing the top rope. Could it be another elbow drop? He leaps and nails Orndorff with it. Can Sting get the pinfall? He does not go for the cover. And Sting making a little bit of a mistake, I think, not going for the cover. And the Stinger splash in the corner. The Stinger feels it. The fans rise. Sting going for the Scorpion. He has the Scorpion locked in. Will Orndorff submit? Orndorff trying to fight out. And Orndorff using his upper body strength throws Sting off. And a big right hand by Orndorff. You gotta give credit to Mr. Wonderful for escaping the Scorpion Deathlock. And now Orndorff has Sting in the corner. Has him up for a backbreaker and nails him once. And as is Mr. Wonderful will nail him twice, and down goes Sting. And Sting is in trouble. Orndorff setting up Sting. Could it be? He has him set up between the legs. Jumps up and down. There's a pile driver. And this match may be over. Orndorff nails another pile driver on Sting. Referee counts 1, 2, and 3. And what a match as the Four Horsemen, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff and Nature Boy Ric Flair, defeat Sting and the Total Package Lex Luger in a tag team elimination match. What a contest! Luger had Flair all the momentum, and Orndorff nailed Luger in the lower back, allowing Flair to lock on the figure 4, and Luger had nowhere to go but to submit. But shortly after that, Sting pinned Flair with an inside cradle, so Sting pinned the world champion. But fans, your winners, the Four Horsemen. We thank you very much for tuning in to Miami Mayhem. I am your host, Gotmark76, and we will see you at the matches. Goodbye, everybody.